Good evening, everyone. This is the 2022 meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Hatfield Township. We're going to start with the swearing-ins. If that's a noun that I've just created, the swearing-ins. So, Tom, if you could call your family up, that would be great. And Judge, if you wouldn't mind. Tom just introduced Judge Carolyn Carluccio. Well, you couldn't hear it because he didn't have a microphone, so why don't you do it one more time?
And so we're on television right now, whether you realize. Just to put some added pressure on everyone. So, as I said before, I will say it again. It is our honor to have Your Honor here with us, Carolyn Carluccio. She is a judge with Montgomery County Court of Common Pleas. She is a dear friend of Dan Reeves over the years, and we have a mutual friend from many years ago, and we are thrilled to have her do the swearing in of all three of us this evening. So, if you would, please welcome Judge Carluccio.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's certainly my pleasure to be here in Hatfield Township, so Hatfield Township, yes. Come on up and we'll get started. Take your time.
Owen, why don't you come around?
So we're going to put the left hand on the Bible. Why don't you come over this way? Well, over here. Introduce everybody, yeah.
Everybody knows this is my wife. Very excited to hold his Bible to prove how tall he is.
Compare the pictures from the last time. Okay, you can put your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Thomas Zipfeld, do solemnly swear
I, Thomas Zipfeld, do solemnly swear
that I will support, defend, and obey the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth.
that I will support, defend, and obey the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
That I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
And that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations, Commissioner of Hatfield Township, Montgomery County.
Do you want the judge in this one?
No, go ahead, do family.
I think it'd be good if you, yeah. Okay, next we have Bob Rogers. Needs a mic.
Maybe you don't want to say that out loud. Right, raise your right hand. And I, Robert Rogers, do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend
I, Robert Rogers, do solemnly swear to support and defend
the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth.
the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
And I will discharge the duties of Commissioner of Hatfield Township with fidelity.
I will discharge the duties of the Hatfield Township Commissioner with fidelity.
Congratulations, Commissioner. Will you introduce yourself?
This is Doug Rogers. We've had several meetings and talked about different things. The person that supports me the most in everything that I do, not just for Hatfield Township, Green Tweed, family, everything, is my wife. We've been together for... No, actually, we've been together. We're coming up on 50 years, but we've been married for 46 years. So again, without her support and help, this wouldn't be possible.
Get the seal behind them. Okay, next up, we have Dan Reevy, who's being sworn in as our new tax collector.
I will. Good evening, folks. For those who don't know, this young lady next to me, it's my bride of 29 years, 3 months, and 17 minutes, Celine Ann Reevy, and our two lovely children here, the joys of our lives, our oldest, Andrew Michael, and our baby, Nellie. This is a special night on a number of reasons, but they're both preemies. And when you have a baby who was 2 pounds 3 ounces and one that was 3'7", and you fast forward 19 years not knowing whether either one of them were going to be able to participate in this celebration, it makes this moment that much more special. So I am beyond excited to have you both here tonight. Judge, would you like to do your honors?
Come on. Left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. I, Daniel Reevy, do solemnly swear.
I, Daniel Reevy, do solemnly swear
That I will
support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
and
That I will discharge the duties of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Judge. Congratulations. Oh, what are they? To sign? Yes.
The entertainer in me just wants to take the floor for 1 minute. A couple things. I've already expressed my love and devotion to my family. I'm really thrilled that they're here today. I can't thank Judge Carluccio enough for coming out tonight. I'm going to let you all in a little secret. The judge will be named President Judge of Montgomery County this Friday in Souderton. So, the first woman judge in Montgomery County history. So we got her here first, all right? And it's funny how you sit across from somebody 25 years ago in a diner in East Narden and you say, hey, we want to change the world, we want to change the world. She's in the public defender's office, I'm green with Verizon, and we kind of paralleled in our thing to improve the quality of life for our residents here. And the judge became a judge. I came in the business world, and here we go, full circle, 25 years later, and now I'm an elected official, and I've had the thrill to have her swear me in. So, Judge, thank you so much again. I really appreciate it. Real quickly, a couple other people to thank, and then I'll let the formal meeting move forward. Ned, Dave, and the entire Hatfield Township Republican Committee and the leadership, fantastic. I mean, it was one of the biggest thrills that working with the entire team and then running with Tom and Bob and everyone else. So thank you all very, very much. I would be remiss if we didn't thank once again our distinguished former tax collector. She's been waiting 28 years to hear that. But Tina, thank you so much for all you've done and the contributions you made to this region. You are the best. And God bless you, and I wish you many, many years of help. Now, turning the page real quickly, we're going to hit the ground running in the tax office, and I am thrilled to announce that my new partner in crime, Carla, come on up here. Come on up here. That's how we operate around here. Carla McGann here, Hatfield resident. She is going to be my new executive assistant, right-hand lady, and she's going to keep us on the straight and narrow. So we're really excited to take this journey together, and we're going to work very, very hard for the residents of Hatfield Township. So Carla, we'll get started tomorrow, and we're excited about it. So thank you all very much, and Kristen, I'll give you the meeting back to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so this is the time of year where I have power for a couple minutes. So I'm the president pro tem for for a few moments. I'm going to take full advantage, but we'll start with a roll call. Commissioner Andrus.
Here.
Commissioner Lees.
Here.
Commissioner Rogers.
Here.
Commissioner Zimmerman. Commissioner Zipfel.
Here.
And Commissioner Zipfel likes to appoint someone to start the Pledge of Allegiance at every meeting, and I think now that I'm wielding this great power, we will choose him to lead us tonight in the Pledge of Allegiance.
And notwithstanding what you just said, I'm going to ask my family to join with me. All you have to do is say, I pledge, and everyone takes it from there. I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible.
Okay, next up is the Township Reorganization. A motion is in order to elect the President of the Board of Commissioners for the year 2022. Is there such a motion? There's a motion for Tom Zipfel. Is there a second? Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Congratulations, Tom. You are now in charge of the meeting. I've given you all of my power.
We could not have taken that away fast enough, trust me, I assure you.
I do have a list here of things I was going to
Yes.
have you consider, but we'll pass for tonight.
So just a couple of quick comments, and then we're going to move on to a couple of other items, which includes the Vice President's appointment. I've been lucky enough to sit not only at this dais, but in this chair for a number of years. And I can tell you, with all those years of experience, that tonight's exciting. Tonight's always a celebration. And sometimes we forget the people who kind of go along the journey with us, as Mr. Reeve just described. And for those of you who come to our meetings on a regular basis, you know that we talk about our Hatfield family here. We especially talk about that when we have an appointment to the police force or a retirement or something else where someone might leave us or even join us. And so tonight, though, is about another part of our family. It was the people who were recognized as those photographs were taken. And so I want to take the opportunity, again, to thank my family, because those of you who have ever been a part of an election and those of you who have ever seen it, even from a distance, know that it can be a very difficult and oftentimes an emotional situation. And the people who really kind of go along with you and probably have to bear it in silence is your family the most. And so I can tell you, having done this for a number of years, the four people who are sitting with me this evening are the ones who have joined that journey with me, and I'm ever so grateful for each time that you've done it. not just the elections, but also the times when I've walked out of the house when you probably wished that I could stick around to do some other thing. And I'm looking at the kids, maybe you were thrilled that sometimes I walked out of the house so that you could go do some other thing. But having said that, I just want to let you know that I love you dearly. There is one person who's not with us tonight. That's my dad. My mom's here holding the torch, though. She's carrying the torch for that part of the family. And we miss him dearly. And then last but not least, I want to thank my wife. Each day, she probably hears more about Hatfield than she ever imagined when she moved into this town 25 years, and probably more than she ever wanted to. And I want to thank you very much for everything. I love you, and I appreciate everything that you've done for me. So, all right, enough mushiness. We're going to move on to the next item, which is there a motion for election of the Vice President of the Board of Commissioners? And the Chair will make a motion that Bob Rogers be appointed our Vice President of the Board of Commissioners.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Lees. Is there any questions, comments, discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor of making Bob Rogers the Vice President of the Board of Commissioners, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, that is approved. Congratulations, Bob.
Now, it goes without saying, I think I said a little bit earlier, times the job can be very easy, other times the job can be stressful, and I know there's been times when my store and she, people have conversations and why is this? So it's just not us up here on the board doing this kind of stuff. I'm looking at Christina down there. She got started, her and her husband, 28 years ago, kind of stuck. And and Deb, I appreciate everything you did during this election. I think you wound it up with envelope fingers or something like that for a while there. We stuffed a lot of envelopes, and we had a good time doing it. And without that kind of support, it wouldn't have been fun at all. So.
All right, we're going to move forward with the agenda. Just a couple of action items tonight. But before that is citizens' comments. Any citizens' comments on agenda items? Seeing none, we're going to move on to two action items. First is professional appointments. We're going to take these all at one time. So if there's any questions or concerns, you can raise it at that point. But I will ask for a motion to approve the professional appointments that are listed in your agenda, lettered A through I.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Andrus.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Lees. Any questions or comments? If Mr. Bebro was here tonight, we would probably tease him, but unfortunately he could not make it. He sends his best. He is on the list this evening. So with that, seeing no questions or comments, I'll call the question. All in favor of approving those professional appointments, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, those are approved. Just in an abundance of caution, I should do Resolution 22-01 on its own, I think.
Wouldn't hurt.
Yep.
And thank you for the appointment.
You're welcome. If those of you don't know, Kristen was also just reappointed as our solicitor, her and her firm, and she does an absolutely wonderful job. Has been with us for many years. It's really our pleasure. We tease her a lot.
I was surprised to see her, actually.
We tease her a lot. She puts up with a lot of teasing, but it's because we really do respect her. She does a fantastic job for us. We're thrilled that she's here.
Thank you.
So separately, let's take Resolution 22-01 with regard to Mr. Bebro's employment contract. Is there a motion to appoint and extend the employment agreement of Township Manager, Secretary, and Deputy Treasurer Aaron Bebro, which is Resolution 22-01?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Lees, second by Vice President Rogers. Any questions or comments?
Just one. Aaron's a wonderful manager and has done our township a great deal of service by all of the grants, and most recent grant was for Orville Road, right? And the Clemens Park.
Clemens Park.
Yep.
He does a wonderful job. His staff does a wonderful job, and I really look forward to working with Aaron again.
All right, any other questions or comments? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor of Resolution 22-01, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, that is approved. All right, our last action item for the evening is the approval of the volunteer appointments. Is there a motion to approve the volunteer appointments for the individuals and for the length of the terms listed in your agenda?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Andrus.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Zimmerman. Any questions or comments? I think I say this every 2 years. You have to be a little crazy, but you also have to be very committed to be a volunteer for any organization. But the people who come and are volunteers for the EAC, the IDA, the HTMA, all of those different organizations, all those different entities, we are just so appreciative and grateful for the time and commitment that you give to those organizations, to those groups. Many people are returnees. This is their second or third time being appointed. And so there's not many people in the world today who will take their own time and dedicate it to giving back to their community in this manner. So I know some of the volunteers are here this evening, Mr. Kresge, for example, I can see. If anyone has any, we really appreciate everything that you do, the time that you put into all of this. And with that, unless there's any further questions or comments, I'll call the question. All right, all in favor of those appointments, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, those are all approved. Last item, citizens' comments. Any citizens' comments? Tina? We get an opportunity for Ms. Murphy to come to our podium another time, which is always a great joy for us. So Tina, Happy New Year. It's great seeing you.
Thank you, thank you. I just wanted to congratulate you, Tom, and Bob, and most of all, to Dan. Dan, I'm happy for you that you have won this election. This is the beginning, and I wish you well. 28 years from now, I would like to come back here as you retire and just say it's been a great run, but that's okay. Yeah, but good luck to you. It's hard work, but I'm sure you're up to the task. All right, stay well. God bless all.
Thank you, Tina.
Thank you, Tina.
And thank you for all the years that you were our tax collector. Greatly appreciated. I say all the time, anyone who can be tax collector and be that beloved has done something fantastic. So Mr. Reeve has big shoes to fill, but I know we all know he's going to do well. All right, unless there's any questions or comments or anything else that is raised by the residents here, if not, then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Andrus. Second by Commissioner Zimmerman. All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, we're adjourned. Thanks for coming out, folks.